Dear parents, thank you for choosing Weiqing as your children's English learning enlightening. For the past 20 years, Weiqing has been helping the kids in Yuli to build up their confidence in English, not just in reading and writing, as most English grammar schools do, but most importantly, in their oral ability. You can find many English grammar schools no matter where you go, but not every one of them speak English in class. But here in Weiqing, we can tell you very proudly, we speak English to our kids, and we also encourage them to communicate with us in English. We've been insisting on this principle for a long time, but somehow it is not an easy task to show you our achievements. Thanks for this English riddle competition, we finally have an opportunity to do that. We can show you in this DVD the students, they really talk in English. Finally, I want to say to all the students that we teachers are all proud of you. You did an amazing job. Parents, thanks for choosing Weiqing and trusting us. We will keep the same effort and insist to help your kids to aim high and shoot for the stars. Thank you.
Hi guys, how do you feel about the English riddle competition this time? I knew when the first time I asked everyone to join it, you didn't really want to do it. I forced everyone to do it. During the training, I saw you making a lot of progress. That is really good. In the class, I saw you really use English to communicate with each other, and that was a very good attitude. English is a language to communicate. It's not a subject. I knew that you learned a lot. Me too, I learned a lot from you. I'm looking forward to your next competition next time. See you soon. Bye-bye.
So I think maybe the best thing about the riddle competition was that it gave students a goal. It really gave them something to focus on, and they really had a motivation to learn. I think anytime you create a motivation, that you really increase the learning. So the learning potential of this whole activity was really high because the students were really motivated and they really tried really hard. Most of them really spent time and effort in that. And also as a fluency exercise, it's really good. This whole competition itself really challenged students to express themselves, to communicate something, which was kind of what we're trying to do. So even as a learning exercise, I think it was really effective, an effective learning tool. But mostly I think that it increased their motivation and also made learning fun. Anytime you're motivated, you learn more, you learn better. So I really think it was effective in that way.
Andrew, for all my students that participate in this game, I want to say that I'm very, very proud of you. You did a good job, even though some of you didn't win the top 3 prizes, but you worked very hard to play in this game and in this competition. I still remember in the beginning when we practiced the game to describe the word together, you couldn't say it right and you were very nervous. But after a few classes, you were able to say things right and you are not afraid to talk in English. Okay, so you work hard with your teammates, you try your best to say everything in English, and you weren't afraid to take this challenge. That is the most important thing. I think English is fun not because you can remember a lot of words or because you always get good grades on the exams. It's only fun when you can really use the language to talk and to share good things with your friends. It's like because you speak good Chinese, so you can make friends and you can share a lot of things with your friends in Chinese. So it takes a lot of practices and hard work to speak good English, but it's worthwhile. And I'm very happy to see you already can speak good English and talk and understand people in English at this very young age. You are already doing a lot better than me when I was young. So keep going, don't give up, and you will enjoy what English gives you. Really. Okay, so see you. Bye.
Everybody, this is Michelle. So what I thought about this game is that I remember when at first Uncle Robert mentioned about this competition, I didn't really get it. But after we had a bunch of meetings and simulating at school, and we tried to fix the problems and what might happen in the actual games, then we started to see the clear picture. And my students and my classes were started to looking forward to that and feel excited about the game. What I saw in this competition was I kind of underestimate a lot of kids speaking abilities. For example, like Poulter in obedience class, though he didn't join the competition, when he's practicing in school and in class, his speaking is actually very fluently. It's really, I didn't expect that, right? So I started to appreciate him more. I noticed in this game you need to be very familiar with vocabulary, and also you need to be able to describe things in English right away when you when you saw the questions, saw the answer, you need to be very quick, right? So the winning teams are actually, they have a really good cooperation relationship, and I noticed some of them actually practice at home a lot. So I want to encourage students, if you are you have an ambition that you want to win this game next year, right? Then you will need to really think about that. And at last, I felt that I feel encouraged, and the students feel encouraged that through this game we can see that what we are teaching in Weiqing is very valuable. What we are doing is right. We are actually teaching kids to use English, not to only learn things for tests, but to help them be able to describe actually using English. So I appreciate our coworkers, our boss, and our students, and everybody worked together, and everything went so smoothly. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, Nina wants to tell every student who participated in Weiqing School 2015 English Reader Competition. You are so amazing. All of the teachers are so proud of you. In this competition, I saw the most important thing, that is attitude. The good attitude, the right attitude. Before the competition, all of the students did their best to prepare and practice with each other again and again. This is an active attitude. During the competition, the schedule was really tight, but each team could proceed to the end and took it seriously. This is a persistent attitude. After the competition, some won and some lost, but everyone was positive. You can bless each other and expect you can do it better on the second competition. This is the sportsmanship. So, attitude is also a very important thing when you learn English. The right learning attitude conditions learning English well. So wish all of you keep this good attitude when you study English. And I believe that you can learn the English better and better. Thank you. Bye.